Yesterday, the internet went dark, apps froze, websites crashed, and millions of people lost access to their favorite internet services. What caused the outage? A failure at Amazon, specifically Amazon Web Services or AWS. AWS allows internet companies to rent server space and run their services. Yesterday, there was a glitch at AWS. As a result, more than 1,000 companies went offline. The disruption lasted a few hours and it triggered some key questions. Apps and websites are central to how we experience the internet. When they stop, daily life stops with them. So should so much power sit with one company or a handful of companies? Some American lawmakers say that this should change, that the internet should not be so dependent on a few tech giants. Our next report tells you about the debate that is playing out and how AWS broke the internet.
Yesterday, the internet stopped working. Apps froze. Websites crashed. And millions of people couldn't get online. For a few hours, it felt like a digital blackout. The reason? A failure at Amazon Web Services, or AWS. More than 1,000 companies were hit. Snapchat, Reddit, WhatsApp, even online tax portals and banking apps. All of it because one company had a bad day. AWS is the world's largest cloud company. Think of it as a giant warehouse for the internet. It stores the data, pictures, videos and software that power our favourite apps. Instead of every company buying its own servers, they rent space on AWS. So when AWS breaks, the internet breaks with it. Yesterday morning, that's exactly what happened. Amazon's engineers noticed increased error rates in one of their main data centers. It was based in North Virginia, a key hub for AWS. Soon, users across the world began to lose access. The cause? A DNS failure. DNS stands for Domain Name System. Think of it as your phone's contact list. You type and your phone dials the right number. The DNS does the same thing, but for the internet. It takes a website's name, like google.com, and finds its location online. But yesterday, that system stopped working. It couldn't match names with addresses. So when you opened an app, your device didn't know where to go. The app was still there, but your phone couldn't find it. Experts say DNS failures are common. Sometimes they happen during maintenance. Sometimes it's a small configuration mistake. Sometimes it's a chain reaction inside a data center. In this case, AWS blamed an internal error, a glitch in one of its database systems. That single point of failure spread across the network, and within minutes, a large part of the web went dark. This outage exposed how fragile the internet has become. Most of the world's apps run on the services of just a few companies. They host everything from emails to payment systems. It's cheaper and faster for businesses. But it also means a single failure can cause ripples worldwide. There are smaller players like IBM, Alibaba and Stackit in Europe, but none match AWS in scale. Replacing Amazon's network would be like trying to replicate the world's electricity grid overnight. That's why the outage has reignited a political debate. US Senator Elizabeth Warren posted a sharp message after the blackout. She wrote, "If a company can break the entire internet, they are too big. Period. It's time to break up big tech." Her post followed a string of antitrust cases in the United States. Earlier this year, a federal judge refused to make Google sell its Android or Chrome businesses. Warren called that decision a slap on the wrist. She and other lawmakers argue that no single company should control so much of the internet, and Monday's outage proved their point. It highlights the scale of dependence on a few major players. One error, one company, and almost the entire web goes offline. For millions, it was a reminder the internet may feel endless, but it still runs through a few very powerful hands.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.